Hello, ladies and gentlemen, everything in between, and those beyond. You have found a home at the Forsaken Broadcast. I am David, joined here by my good friend, Scarlet. Say hi.
Hello, everybody. My favorite cosmic abominations.
Mmm, such a sultry, creamy voice.
Mm.
So, we, me and my friend here, and as well as our other co-host, Dan, who is not able to join us right now, um, we are starting a project here called Forsaken Broadcast. And it is to be basically just friendos. I don't have any claimed professionalism at all. And none of us are professors or amazing social media influencers. We're
Although I
just
would like to pretend I am.
well, you're a meme queen, that's for sure.
Damn straight.
um, but we're here just to, we talk a lot, obviously. We just play games like we're doing right now. Um, and we just have moments where we just kind of discuss stuff. And I don't know, we all kind of thought, it'd be pretty fun to just talk, like just record us talking. And,
Yeah.
yeah, like, I don't know, just play.
Oftentimes it's funny, other times, at least for us, it's kind of thought provoking. And we'd really like to share that experience with everyone else because who knows? Maybe we can get some feedback from you guys in the comments and expand upon the discussions that we have, introduce each other to new concepts and ideas, or elaborate on things. And we just really want to share these experiences and thoughts with you guys.
Oh,
So maybe we can introduce you to something new. Or even better yet, you can introduce us to something new and we can talk about it in another episode.
I was thinking of that actually. I was thinking like, if we propose, like, if I propose a thought where, like our first episode, because this is kind of just like a preface. This is like like a teaser, a prologue for anyone that just kind of wants to know what we're about, um, and just get a sense of us. And I was thinking like at the end of maybe episodes, just like if you guys want us to talk about something or a topic of sorts, put it down in the comments. And if we're like, oh, that would be a good discussion, um, we'll do it. Yeah, I mean, if it's something really neat, like we are mostly just a couple gamers. Like, yeah, we do other
Yeah.
stuff, but our primary hobby is just gaming. I mean, we're not pro gamers. We're not MLG pros. We're just
360 no scope and fools.
yeah, 420 blaze it. We're just we're just just a couple mad lads just playing games, and and that's mainly like how we do our stream of consciousness. Is we play a game and that kind of just gets us thinking about something, and it's either like, oh man, it'd be really awesome to murder someone that way, or or because that
I wish
has
that was
been
an exaggeration.
yeah, that has been a discussion. But
A number
uh
of times, actually.
or even just like, man, like I really love Shuckle.
Yeah,
And like
that's
just
that's me, by the way. I'm the Shuckle lover here, so you can call me as cancerous as you want, because I love Shuckle.
yeah, so like um we just play games just to think of things and play and entertain ourselves and fight boredom. and its ever-consuming darkness that consumes us
I
all.
mean, at the end of the day, that's all we're all trying to do.
Of course. So, so yeah, this is just a an official sound test, I guess you could say, a public sound test of who we are, what we're about, what we like, and what is probably in store. Sorry if that got really loud. If what's probably in store for future episodes, and um,
You want to go,
maybe
bro?
we'll talk. What?
Sorry, getting attacked over here.
Oh, we'll probably talk about like simple game stuff, like out of most video game weapons, what's your favorite? Like great sword, great axe, hammer, blah blah blah, and whatever.
Sometimes we like to discuss like game mechanics that we really enjoy and wish we saw in other projects, or
Oh yeah, like
sometimes we'll discuss like I don't know, like the potential biologies of creatures you encounter in games and if they make sense or not. We talk about all kinds of things ranging from the pseudo intellectual to the blatantly stupid.
because that's mostly what we are.
I'm
um,
not going to argue a good point.
but like my biggest thing, uh, like when it comes to talk about video games, I love to think about like if I could combine publishers and developers together, this would be my like oh, this is my A team right here. Like these guys working on a game that's like this. If they did that, if they ever did that, it would be legendary. Guaranteed. It'd be amazing. And if anyone else is like that, please send me your thoughts because I'm always looking for more. Like
Oh
I
my
don't know
god.
everything. I do not know all the great publishers. I haven't played every video game. Again, not professionals here. Just out of my experiences. Oh man, these would be my A squads. And we won't talk about it now, but in a later episode, that might be a whole episode. That might be a whole thing.
Yeah.
Like I said, this is just more of a teaser.
And honestly, the main reasons why we want to do this. Like, one, it's just fun for us. Like, it's just something to work towards to fill our dull lives with something different and entertaining. But on that same token, it's an opportunity to broaden knowledges and experiences by sharing with each other and with the community. And hopefully, we would really like for that community that we may or may not have to share back. Because none of us claim to know everything. I mean, sure, we have our opinions, but I think I can speak for Dan on this one as well. The three of us are relatively open minded, and we're really interested to see other people's viewpoints and thoughts on subjects just so we have more perspective and can make better informed decisions about things.
Absolutely.
Like David, he likes he likes video games and publishers and things like that. I sometimes like to get into politics and not like super left wing, super right wing, like just discussing what's going on at a base factual level and what the expectations or potentials can be.
Yeah.
Dan, he thrives on music. Like,
Mhm. Mhm.
he's a DJ, or not a DJ, but a radio show host in his real life, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And music is his life.
Oh yeah. Music.
So,
Well, that's another thing that I would say
well, all
ties us
three of
all
us.
together. Yeah. Is
Yeah, we all
music.
love music. But
That's.
I'm saying range of knowledges here. Like, I
Oh,
think
for
Danny
sure.
knows the most
Oh, for
about
sure.
music.
I would say, yeah, he's definitely the specialist when it comes to music. I mean, to be honest, uh, this whole idea, I mean, it didn't strictly spark from this conversation, but I would say that it definitely, like, pushed it over the ledge, so to speak, where Dan and I actually had a conversation about like I think his radio show was like, if you could make a Mount Rushmore of guitar players, who would you pick? And so that means you had to pick four legendary guitar players that you would feel are like the founding fathers or like the most influential. Like whenever you think of guitar players, these are your top four. Like not in terms of like style or genre, but like
Just
you have to
objective
acknowledge,
best.
yeah, like you have to acknowledge the skill and the style, and the influence that these people have brought to the industry. It's not, oh, because he had a great solo in this song. It's not that. It's just like that person brought something really different to the table, and that influenced everybody else.
Yeah, it's actually really interesting. I would like to hear you guys talk about that. Because there's
I'm
only one like musical artist that off the top of my head that I could think of that would fit into that.
I'm gonna
So
take a
that'd be
wild guess and say Jimi Hendrix.
okay. So two, because I love Jimi Hendrix. I was also going to say Lexi Laiho from Children of Bodom.
Oh,
Um,
I never even thought of that guy.
yeah, like he's getting old now, but COB is still releasing new albums, and they are just really good. Like Alexi Laiho, I think for if not still currently for a time held the record as the world's fastest guitar player.
Wow.
That's about the extent of my musical knowledge, by the way. I don't know much more past that. That and I know Devil Driver is from California. That's what I got.
That explains their song, Clouds Over California.
Ah, you figured out the secret.
I'm a music genius. Don't kill him, don't kill him, don't kill this guy.
Oh, you're trying to. Oh,
He's
gotcha.
legendary, yeah.
And an alchemist. Ooh. All right.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Um, so, yeah, so if anyone's not sure what game we're playing, this is Conan Exiles. Uh, kind of, it's kind of popular, I guess, but I think it's more under the
It has
radar.
its own. It has its own following. It has a very dedicated following, but it's not. It doesn't. It's not standing in the glaring spotlight like some games.
No, yeah, it's not fucking, it's not hitting it's not hitting the headlines in terms of like, oh man, it's really changing the, landscape of gaming here. But what I will say about this game, and anybody who loves this game, I love this game. I love this game so much. I love this game so much. And um, I love this game. I love everything it has to offer so far. And that's because I haven't found everything about this game. And that could make me a noob, and I don't really give a shit what you have to say about that. But I will say that I've definitely logged at least 200 hours into this game, and easily. And
Yeah.
man, I just love it. I just love this game so much. So anybody who loves Conan Exiles, welcome home, because the Forsaken broadcast is a huge fan of Conan. We might be playing mostly Conan for most of our episodes. But we
We'll
we
play
have
other games.
we have other games. Absolutely. I mean, we love Red Dead, we love GTA, um,
Dark Souls,
Dark Souls. Just a lot. There's a lot of other games.
Warframe.
Warframe, Path of Exiles. Uh, we really want to get back into Divinity. We want to get Divinity 2, the original Sin. We know that game came out like a year or so ago, but we haven't. We just beat the first one. And
What
man,
a roller coaster.
mm, that game was
It got
so good.
upsetting. It got upsetting towards the end because we just had a system down, and even like I think there's one or two encounters in the game that we lost once and had to reapproach. But outside of that, even the final boss fight, we
No one died.
steamrolled.
No one went down at all. We
Yeah,
did
none of our
we
teammates.
did the final boss fight, normal mode, mind you. We're not saying
Yeah.
like we did it in the hardest difficulty and y'all are scrubs. No,
No.
it's we played it in normal difficulty because I guess we're semi-casual. I don't know. But
Yeah, we like a challenge, but we don't like to rip our hair out.
I have a job, all right? Like I can't like dedicate hours of my free time to a game that's just gonna make me scream the whole time. Ah, I can't do this anymore. Like, no, if a game makes me do that, like Smite, I'm not gonna play it anymore.
Yeah. I,
um,
however, I'm a little cut from a slightly different cloth. I'm unemployed. I'm working on disability because I'm a dying bitch. Um, and I wish that was an exaggeration.
yeah,
Uh, but
yeah.
um, I will sometimes play games on harder modes, but I'll do that solo. It's very rare that I'll do anything. Like maybe once in a blue moon, I'll post a Bloodborne video or something like that.
Well, I would say that's like our hardest. Like when we play Dark Souls, when we play Bloodborne, um,
Oh,
that's us like I don't give a shit how mad I'm gonna get because
we're
I
done.
know what these games are. Like
Yeah.
I know what these games are meant to do to you.
Ooh, green
So
dye.
I'm okay with playing it. Oh, nice. So
Found
I'm
you
all
some
right with
green
playing
dye.
that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's just kind of like a glimpse into you know, just kind of like a glimpse into what we like to do, our hobby, our um, how we just like to spend our free time. Because this is mostly what we. This is how we. I guess disclaimer. I live in one state. Scarlet lives in a completely different state, and Dan lives even farther away from us. So still within the states, but uh, we
He's
are.
literally halfway across the country from us.
Yeah. So this is the only way we can spend time together. Because I mean, I actually went to high school with Scarlett, and I mean we hung out like every day. It was just
I mean, at one point, I was practically living at your house.
yeah, like
Let's be honest
you,
here.
Tomer, Josh. I mean, that was like you guys were the big three for me. Like Tomer, Josh, and Scarlett just coming over. That's it. That that was my circle.
And a damn good circle it was. Well, I mean, with that many people, it's more of a square.
It's more of a square.
Our friendship square.
It's our friendship square. Don't touch me there. uh,
Like,
uh, but yeah, I mean, I guess that's another thing that's kind of weird. Weird for me for doing this is that I am kind of a bit of an antisocial person. Unless you're in that circle or square, unless you're within that, then I'll talk to you all day. Like we could talk
but
forever.
outside of that,
But outside of
you
that,
are
yeah, I'm
you are
quiet.
pretty.
I'm a quiet boy.
Yeah.
I'm a quiet boy. I like my privacy. I keep to
You're quiet.
myself. I
Yeah.
keep to myself because I don't know. I just like
It's easier that way.
it's easier that way. There's way less drama. And I was so happy when high school ended because that's exactly what that meant the end of for me.
Oh my God, high school was a nightmare. That can, you know what? That can be another discussion. That might be one of our initial ones, the nightmares of high school.
Oh,
So many
yeah.
people will tell you that those are the best years of your life.
I call bullshit. Well, maybe for
Oh,
some people. Maybe for some people. Maybe for
I
some
mean,
people, I mean there are some people that like that is literally the only time that they were happy. Like some
yeah.
people think that high school still exists like, but I was the most popular. but I was the cool kid. I was prom king. It's like, yeah, and now you're making me a burger. I'll take an extra large. Thanks a lot.
Just hurtful.
Truthful.
And now I'm done. All right.
Yeah. So that would be a really great episode. I mean, that might be a really painful episode. I guess it depends on where it goes, but I don't know. Synopsis: we hated it.
For a number of reasons, both because of others and, at least in my case, also because of myself.
Yeah, I join you in that club.
Oh.
But
Oh.
I guess this is a good enough glimpse. I guess this is a good enough glimpse as to what we're gonna be. I really, really wish Dan was here. He's great. We all just hang out. And once he gets in, he's a very busy person. So there might be times where he might not be able to join us. I wouldn't be surprised. He gets very busy. Like Scarlet said, he's a radio DJ. He's like a talk show host. So sometimes he has to go to events. He has
And
to.
he's also a musician. He actually plays and
Yes.
produces music. He
Yes.
recently actually just released an EP. I'm trying to remember what it's called, and I feel terrible, but I can't remember.
Well, his band name is Second Nature.
That's it.
And yeah, what is the name of his song? Oh my God, Daniel, I'm
Is
so
it this?
sorry.
Is it This Is the End?
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
This is the end. Yes.
This Is the End by Second Nature. Anyone listening to this, I would highly, if you like progressive rock and progressive metal, it definitely has a really. I'm trying to think of the band that it makes me think of, but it has a lot of prog rock roots and inspirations, and he's kind of all over the place with his music. But I would highly recommend checking that out because, hot damn, does that boy got some talent?
Hell yeah. And you know what? He's gonna love us for the plug. So. So.
I didn't even think of that, but you're probably right.
You're welcome, Dan. We'll present our cocks to you later.
I expect a firm polishing.
Just clench your grip, and I will climax. So, yeah. So if this feels like it's gotten off rails with us getting a little explicit here, get used to it. Be prepared. Bring a different set of underwear. You might need it.
Or like a napkin or something to clean yourself off.
At
It depends
least,
on what you're into.
at least an extra sock.
Oh my god. All right. I
so-
think this is a good point to wrap up, though.
Yeah, so thank you everybody, for everyone and anyone who tuned in for this. Please, like, subscribe, do whatever the other things are. And
I don't even give a shit.
yeah, if you're into this, if you're excited for more, stay tuned. There is more coming. We will have another person, hopefully that's more funny than us. We're sorry.
I'm not. I'm not sorry. Fuck you.
And yeah, have a good night.